Forget, Brad. All right, you should be good.
All right. Do you want to give us an intro, Jay, or should I just hop into the recap?
Welcome to the Lost Mines of Phandelver. I don't know which session this is, but we're
I think
the
it's
full.
13.
Okay, 13.
Oh, lucky
full-
13. Someone's dying.
The full group is back, other than the cleric we lost after session 1. He's still meditating in the woods somewhere out there. And yeah, so we're still in the aftermath of killing a dragon because it's pretty awesome. And yeah, we were just messing around last time a little bit, kicking some stones around, seeing what zombies we could wake up. And we'll get some more details from Eric.
Yeah. Just like Bane, I'm going mobile for this session. So we started off last session, post dragon defeat. The group kind of split up and did their own little individual things. Bigglesby was highly motivated to go steal as much treasure as his little grubby monkey hands could take. So he ran over and basically stuffed his pockets full of basically everything he could.
I don't remember that
I
at all.
believe we divvied up most of the items in the party that the dragon held. Bigglesby took most of the spells, from the ones he didn't cast during the battle. Braun, you have the axe of like, I'm gonna fuck up trees.
That's
right.
I think we had some goblets split up between us. I think we can do all that later. I think we already have it on our inventory, so not a huge deal. Orion went to go track down Rydoth to try and get the location of Wave Echo Cave, since we did technically complete his quest. There was a really good back and forth between the two of them. There's even a nice little Photoshop commission of the scene that's floating around there somewhere. But long story short, he was able to convince Rydoth to give him the location of Wave Echo Cave, with the stipulation that he couldn't write it down and had to remember it like by memory. So at some point we'll try and roll to see how well Ryan, did or did not remember that whole encounter. In the meantime, Oscar was both preparing Droop's body for a funeral and also kind of like getting the dragon carcass prepped up for harvesting a bunch of materials from that. And Braun was taking a big old nap. So when Ryan got back, he and Oscar kind of harvested a good amount of resources from the dragon carcass. I think it was like $400 worth of scales, got 2 containers worth of dragon's blood, a number of like teeth and fangs to use for weapons, hopefully. And Oscar was able to chop off the head of the dragon, and he's going to just kind of lug that around for a little while, see what we can get from that later on down the road. Other than that, we did explore the rest of Thunder Tree, aka Thunderdome, aka Thundercock, aka Thunder, whatever else you want to call it. We cleared out some zombies in the last remaining building that was unexplored. We did a little bit of gambling because Bigglesby cast web, and we had some time to kill waiting for the zombies to funnel into the one doorway we were trapping them through. So there was some gambling going on in the meantime. We felled them pretty easily. And we decided to kind of get a long rest in before we continued on our journey. So I think we're just going to role play the funeral of Droop, because we want to make sure that the whole party was here and accounted for that moment. And then we're going to kick it off and kind of head back to the town of Phandelver and see what happens on our journey from that point on. And that's all I got.
Good.
Epic recap.
Nice. Well done.
Very good. Very good. Cool. So here we are on our map of Thunder Tree. We can see Braun is over way by number 1. He is still sleeping, or maybe coming to now, over here. And everyone else is over by the main, what used to be. Yes.
Eric, I'm putting on your gift.
Then everyone else is on over by what used to be the town square by 10 and 11. And I guess that's where we'll see what y'all do. If you're gonna go meet up with Braun and hold the troop funeral, or however you want to do it. I'll leave that up to you.
So I'm sorry, we did take a long rest?
Yeah, I think
Not yet, technically.
Okay.
Oh,
I would
dude.
say just pretend. Well, yeah, just assume that you did. Let's do
Okay.
that.
That'll make it easier.
Gross.
And have a meet up. Yeah, you told
Dude.
Ron what happened. Now you did a long rest in the town square, and here you are.
Oh, somebody's finally awake.
Who's
Oh,
a sleepy little boy?
dude, man, this is twice now, isn't it? Since we've been together, guys.
You might want to get that looked at.
I get real tired after a fight, man. I just try and wind down, strum on my drum, and fall asleep. How's everything going?
Remind me, were you sleeping during the dragon fight?
No, dude, that's what got me so tired. Was fighting
Ah.
the dragon with y'all, and then I told someone, "Yo, I'm gonna go sleep by this tree," and then I don't know. It's already nighttime, I think, or is it? I don't know. Is it daytime?
That's a good question. What time is it?
It took all night to skin the dragon. I heard, if that's what you guys did. I dreamed it, maybe. I don't know how it is, but
Yeah, I didn't even
It
say.
did.
We can say it's morning. I think that makes sense at this point.
Boo. Morning.
then bro gets real sad. Are we gonna pay our respects to our bro Droop there?
Yes, a solemn occasion for sure.
I mean,
I-
like a
I-
funeral or
was-
something?
oh my god.
Oh my god.
I forgot how bad it is.
You mean how good it is?
It's so bad. His ears are like part of his hat.
Oh,
Oh,
man. Unreal.
The worst best picture we've ever had on here. I think that and Ed Sheeran. Anyway,
Who was preparing the funeral?
We don't.
Okay, Eric, you might want to mute when it's giving directions. if you
Yeah,
can.
I think I'll do my best. Yeah.
We don't.
Man, we don't need to remember the way to Wayback Cave. We got GPS with us.
Could
Yeah,
you
we're
plug
going
in
to town of Phillipsburg, right?
Could you plug in Lost
what I heard.
Mine, Phandelver as the
Yeah.
country?
We'll just go straight there.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
We don't have these funerals like this where I'm from, so I do know this is sad though. So yes, we should do something.
weren't you doing it, dude? If I remember correctly, from my dream.
Was I?
No. Oscar
Oh,
starts with an O. Your name starts with a rye, guy.
Team O Bros.
Oh man, Emo Bros.
Give me that. And he like grabs a shovel and just starts digging a hole right where he's standing.
Oscar will assist.
Maybe not like in the square.
Yeah, it's a
this
dead
area?
town anyway.
Maybe like
Where would you prefer it? I thought it would be a nice, place of honor. We could go over here somewhere.
maybe
Just
like
like-
by that tree over there. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I'll write this down. The steps to a funeral on the outside world. Number 1, dig a hole. Okay.
Well, it doesn't need to be a very big one. Droop was pretty small.
That's true. I'm thinking like it has to go like pretty deep, but like or just until we're tired, and then we'll just toss him in. And
Well, we can fold his legs too. That'll help. We don't need to make a big hole.
It seems like the hole varies by the size of the dead person. Okay, I'm writing my notes down.
Nope, good note, bro. All right, so we're digging the hole, putting him in, covering him back up. Anything else anyone wants to do for the prep part?
What's the next step? Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe we'll say some words as we lay him to rest.
I did have something prepared.
Yeah, I have something I would like to say as well.
Awesome dude. Awesome dude. Why don't you? Who wants to start?
I'll go ahead. Um, uh, uh, Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to lay to rest our friend Droop, but we should not be sad, for he lived a good life, and in other timelines, in other universes, he's still alive, probably. And in the past, he's also alive there. So if we're ever missing him, we can just go back in time and make friends with him again. So don't be sad.
Bro,
That was very sweet, Bigglesby.
Thank you.
Oscar, Obros, you got anything to say?
Aye. Droop, when we found you, you were but a cowardice, lowly goblin in servitude to bugbears. And through sure will, determination, and valor, you showed what it means to be a true crusher of skulls. Droop, here he lay, 2 confirmed kills, the best of the best. May he rest in peace.
And as he's saying that, I'm just gonna whisper over to Ryan, be like, "That's one more than you, if I'm not mistaken."
It's hard for me to see up here. Okay.
We should get you some sunglasses.
I know.
I think you got the hang of it. Ryan, you wanna give it a try? We're just all saying some words.
For sure. Here, I'll give us a shot. Step forward. Droop, you earned our respect over time, and you fought bravely. 2 kills. Sure, that's impressive. And Loth would look favorably upon your dead body and soul. And then he steps back.
Oh, that was lovely.
All right, dude. I wanted to go last because I've been really thinking about this, my guys. Got a little tune to play. Hopefully you can hear it okay. I wrote a poem for Droop that I would like to recite. It's called A Whole Lot of Little. Dude, my guy, my little friend Droop. Little time was spent in our skull-crushing group. You were up to my knee, quite small was your stature. For how fast you brought us joy, you were gone even faster. But you won't be forgotten, do this much I know. Because even something little can make this guy whole. Bro.
Come on.
Oh
Insane.
my God.
So
I can't
good.
wait for one of us to die.
So good.
Rope kisses his hand, puts it on Droop's grave, and just stands there for a little bit. Or kneels there for a little bit. All right, dudes. Oh, Ryan, the next thing we do is we drink and we have a party. Typically, that's what happens at funerals.
Okay, I can get on it with that part. And then he opens his journal and writes down, next time make your words rhyme. And then step 6, party. Then he closes his book, ready to go.
Don't forget about the funky music.
Did anyone actually bring alcohol or drugs?
I've got these leaves I've been rolling up and lighting, and it's calming incense. It's pretty dope. I do fall asleep though after sometimes.
Oh, well, none of that. We don't need sleeping.
We lost.
Because then we'd have to carry your ass all the way home too. In addition to all our booty.
I'm a big dude, so.
With the big.
Oh, hey. Speaking of, are we splitting up that dragon horde, or are we just kind of?
Oh,
I think we did.
Was
Didn't
there a
we?
dragon horde?
Didn't we already do that?
I heard Bigglesby had a bunch of coins in his cargo pockets or something.
Didn't we specifically do it and cut bro?
Oh, sorry.
I don't remember.
But
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
sorry about that, guys. I
Brad
was so sad with my melancholy, I blacked out for a second.
That happens to the best of us.
did you hear my poem?
I missed your poem, but I'm sure that Ryan will write it down and I'll read it into my memory forever.
Yes, I did write down that rhyming words sound better than regular non-rhyming words.
I recommend when we discover time travel that you go back in time and listen to it.
I will do that. Thank you.
Because it's,
Brad didn't even need to finish
Close
it.
to
He
that.
got inspiration.
What?
Nice. All right. Cool.
Love it.
Nice work, gentlemen.
R.I.P. Droop.
Yeah.
And as we're like putting dirt on the thing, I'm gonna instruct Bro to play whatever the equivalent of Ave Maria is. And,
On
and try and
bongos?
sing it.
On bongos.
The bongo version of Ave Maria.
Yeah, and then he'll try and sing it, having no proficiency whatsoever in any kind of music. But
Beautiful.
Incredible. I'll help. Ryan will help with the actually putting the dirt back on, burying him.
Oscar's gonna put wax in his ears.
I rolled a 12
Okay.
performance. 12. Not
I'd
awful.
say it's uplifting enough that rather than each of you between that and the poem, I mean, Bron got the inspiration, but rather than each of you getting an inspiration, you have basically one as a group
Oh,
check.
cool.
Let's
You
go.
can redo only a skill check though. It's not going to be an attack roll or a saving throw. It's just
Okay,
one skill
okay.
check. You're feeling inspired to do good for Droop after hearing this bongo Ave Maria. Well, who would it be? Would it be Ave Lathander or no? Yeah. who would it
Yeah,
be?
it's good. Ave, I don't know. Who's the god of the goblins?
We could find out.
Grumpsh.
or something like
Ave
that.
Grumpsh.
Grunch.
Grump. The one-eyed god.
Ave Grumpsh.
God.
Or Maglubliet.
Mm.
Maglubiet.
I know Grumpsh is actually the orc. I don't know if it counts as goblins too. Now I'm just stereotyping.
Maglubiet.
The mighty one, or the high chieftain, the deity of goblins, hobgoblins.
That's close enough to Maria.
Okay. It's not bad.
Damn, Joe. You should go on American Idol. Or,
AGT. Yeah.
Didn't know Adele was playing D&D with us.
I
Our
thank
new
you.
goal-
I thank you.
Our new gold mine, sorry, now we're just getting distracted, is converting us, the Catholic school boys, converting church hymns to Forgotten Realms church hymns.
Oh my god. Done. That's my homework.
You raise me up with levitation. All right.
Sacrilegious and funny.
Right. And then there was a crusade against Dungeons and Dragons yet again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being satanic.
Tracks.
So I would say, just for the sake of everything, I know we like long rest and stuff, that maybe it's getting to evening, but you want to get back to town. So if you wanted to leave, maybe say we're going to travel, it's going to take more than one half of a day, right? Technically based on the map, it would take 2 days, but I'm fine with just making it one. Say we're good, we're ready to go. You know where you're going this time. And so maybe you would arrive at town in the daytime. Just thinking in terms of any role playing we want to do, it would just make things a little bit smoother if we do it that way. So I don't know if unless there's anything else y'all want to do here, or we can just say you prep and then we can talk about marching order and then do some rolls of getting back.
That sounds good To me.
Cool,
Agreed.
yeah, especially if it's evening. I think Ryan should probably lead the way, right?
Yes, that would make
Darker.
sense.
Yeah.
I can
Looks like-
see.
Looks like we lost every Joe and Eric in the
Wait, what?
owl bear.
Yeah, Owlbear was giving me some sass. I was trying to reload it.
Okay.
Which is funny because it did that to me, but last time. But I've been good this time.
Hmm.
Hi,
Interesting.
Droop. Droop dead. He did.
You go.
What was it? I don't remember. It was a D12 song where it was like one of my favorite parts was it was stupid. It had gunshots in the background. It goes, he did. Brutal. All right. So yeah, I guess is that what you all want to do? Do you want to go back to town? Like, is Ryan, are you gonna try and remember? Are you gonna try and get to town and then like get some writing utensils? Like what are you thinking? Like, what's the plan here? I guess before we embark upon a journey.
Maybe as we are walking, I can try to remember and write it down. Or is that too distracting since I'm leading?
Well, you said you wrote it down right after you walked away from him.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So you just had to.
Yes, and we were gonna roll to see did I write that down well or not well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll roll, I guess, and we can kind of determine how good those notes are. What should I roll?
Okay, yeah. So this is where I'm gonna just pull up this overland map. Sorry.
Also, while you're pulling that up, I had ChatGPT rewrite the lyrics of "On Eagle's Wings" to a Dungeons and Dragons version.
Oh my gosh.
I'll send
You'll
you
have
the
to
first bit, and then we'll
Yeah, share it at
joke
some
about it
point.
offline. Yeah.
Okay. God, this book annoys me because it's like it gives you the overland map once somewhere in the random beginning, but then you don't use it till you're halfway through the book. Just refer back to the overland map. Like, if you're spending a whole page talking about it, why not put it here? And there's not even a thing that says overland map on the contents. Okay. So you're at Thunder Tree. We're gonna do a couple rules. We're gonna let's do so. I'm thinking because it's just memory, straight up memory. Well, actually, let's start with a survival. We'll start with a survival check. The first one is going to be: do you get the general direction correct? Okay, so go ahead and do a survival check for me.
This is good. 17.
Okay, so you remember very well that from Thunder Tree, it is southeast and roughly not as far west as Phandelver. Like, so it's east of Phandelver, south of here, and so you're kind of like triangulating a little bit. Why don't we make another? Now let's do a history or intelligence check, I guess, if either one is whatever you would prefer. If it's just straight intelligence, either way.
Yeah, we'll go history. 6.
Use our
Okay.
inspiration.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
4.
natural 20.
Oh,
Let's go.
Okay.
Best use of that.
So at first you're so nervous that you're like doubting yourself, and you're like, it can't be that easy to remember. It seemed so complicated. But then you're like, no, this is it. And so you remember that roughly it is about, it's actually very close to Phandelver, and it's about not even what would you say? It's about 10 miles east of the town. So
Which direction are we of the town right now?
You are north and slightly west.
Okay.
But you're about technically a day and a half journey away. We're gonna say that you could get to Phandelver in a day because you've done so much resting, and you know how to get back. There is still that there is Cragmaw Castle as well. where you think that's the base of operations, but you know that the ultimate goal is Wave Echo Cave. So just just as a reminder, and Cragmaw Castle is basically in between, based on Ryan's memory, in between, dead between Thunder Tree and Wave Echo Cave, though it's in the forest. So it might be a little bit more difficult to just travel to and keep on going all in one go.
But we could go there, and it's sort of on the way.
Yeah, you know what? Because you remembered so well, and you already know where Cragmaw Castle is, let me just pull up that map on here.
And there was a reason for us wanting to stop there first, right?
You believe that's where the bugbears are, and perhaps where what's his name? The dwarf is being held hostage. Yeah.
We're gonna rescue him, right? And that was
yes. Yeah. Sorry. Let me go to sources.
Yeah, that's where the wizard is, and the spider. We still think that there's something weird going on with him over there too. So there's a few things that we can do with Cragmaw Castle that are kind of in our checklist.
Yeah,
Should we go there?
technically.
While JD looks, what do we think? Just knock that out.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because it's on the way, sort of.
Okay.
Better than having a backtrack.
And we have to save that dude anyway, right? That's the right thing to do, bro. Dude.
Yes. Droop would want us to save that
have,
random stranger.
I have no
Probably.
qualms with going to Cragmaw Castle right now, but I am carrying this giant fucking dragon head on my back.
True.
Dude,
That was a choice you made.
It would send a strong message.
So can you see that map now?
Intimidating as fuck.
Could we throw it at somebody?
Can you see that map now, by the way?
Yeah, we can see it.
Neverwinter Wood?
Yeah.
Cragmaw
Thunder Tree?
Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically now I'll
Tree.
just say you kind of know all these things because you learned about the other areas on there when you're in town. So basically you're in Thunder Tree right now. And right, you came right, so you see what I mean then, how it's right in between.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could go to Neverwinter.
Or you could go to
Right there.
Neverwinter. It's right there.
I bet the narrator's prepared.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, we can literally hit Cragmaw Castle on the way back, right?
Yes, I think that's a good idea. We have expert tracker navigator guy to lead us straight there, so that sounds
Okay.
good.
It seems too convenient to pass up.
Right.
Okay, and it is nighttime, so if you're trying to approach, then maybe that would make more narrative sense of hey, we're gonna try and go to the enemy hideout under the cover of darkness or something.
It's almost like our journey wants us to go there first, bros. I don't know.
You know what I heard? It was that shark tooth, or not shark tooth, dragon tooth necklaces are actually the compass that help us get to where we need to go. It's like a mystical thing, and I kind of nudge the other guys.
Oh, BS, whatever he said.
Dude. Well, hold on. Makes sense, dude. Makes sense, because, this eye patch got a little warmer. I was like, dude, yeah, he's telling the truth. So
Ryan just nods, trying to keep a straight face.
Come with me, friends. I know the way. And he just
classic
Riddlesby fashion. Just takes off down the road.
It's dark.
It's morning time, and I have dark vision.
All right. All right. So you guys are traveling to Cragmaw then?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Rolling up on Cragmaw.
Better be ready for this, JD.
I think I'm ready.
Voice of God.
What's funny is I keep mentally prepping myself for the detour of the festival that I prepped, and you haven't done it for 5 sessions in a row. So I'm I guess
Classic us.
Yeah. It's true. All right, let me just do one roll. So we'll say it takes one half a day, not even quite, to get there. And with that being said, we will have to do a little bit of a roll.
Ryan,
If Ryan's in the front, then Oscar will be in the back, protecting the back line.
Yeah.
Well, I'm whispering to Ryan when we take a quick pause. Dude, when you guys were messing with the dragon and everything, did you get one of those teeth by chance?
There's a whole head full of teeth on this guy's back.
I'm not talking to you. I'm whispering to Ryan. You can't hear me, little dude.
Very good hearing.
I don't whisper very well. Just saying, bro. Like sometimes I get lost, and like it'd be really cool to have a magical tooth compass.
You know what, man? Let me. I do have one, and I could probably fashion it to a necklace if you wanted.
Bro, I love you, man.
What's your favorite color? I'll try to find some thread or
Favorite
some.
color is friendship. But like, if I were to like really think about it, though, dude, like, friendship is probably purple. Because like, am I purple?
Purple would look great next to your nipples.
Bro, these are like friendship.
Friendship
Purple
nipples.
nips. So
You know
it makes
what?
sense, dude.
I couldn't agree more, and I'm gonna work on this when we get back to town and we have a night off. I got your back, man.
All right, I'll give you a hug, like a tower.
Oh, Ryan like doesn't know emotion very well, so he's like, "What is this feeling?"
It's. Does it make you feel warm in here, dude?
Here, I feel happy, and I think it's happiness. It hurts, but it doesn't.
It should hurt a little bit.
I guess that's how you know it's real. I guess that's how you know it's real.
All right, thanks, bro.
Got you.
All right, JD, did that give you enough time?
Yes. Oh, I'm good. I'm ready. I'm just waiting.
Okay, sorry.
Very
Yeah,
quietly in the back.
I was
you
just
hear
trying to
Oscar's
pull up.
sniffle.
Oh.
So I will let Joe, since you're leading, just for fun. I'm not going to tell you what you need to roll or don't need to roll.
Oh, boy. All
Go
right.
ahead and roll a d20, no modifiers.
Okay. 4.
Okay. So you make your way out of the town of Thunder Tree and into the woods and along the woods all the way down to Cragmaw Castle, leading your party quietly yet efficiently as best as you can. For once you feel at home. You feel like this land is not blinding you and working against you. You feel like finally you're able to tap into your natural abilities and your senses. And the entire time you see a number of dangers, especially as you get closer to Cragmaw Castle. But with your expert scouting and guiding abilities, you are able to creep through the woods successfully, avoiding things, wild creatures such as an owl bear that you saw, but also a roving band of goblins and hobgoblins. Now, I will say the goblins and hobgoblins, if you wanted to, you could ambush them or you could leave them be, since you know that they came from the place that you are going to.
Oh.
They left.
Yes. Like you can see that they are coming from the direction of Cragmaw as you're on your way. And you can leave them be, knowing that they stand between you and your destination. Or whatever you want to do.
Can you get a rough idea how many?
Yeah.
Can we tell, I guess?
I guess roll a perception check. Maybe a group perception check, because you kind of communicate.
Is just Ryan the one that sees this, or?
I would think that you have a system. I don't know. Would that make sense, Ryan? That you have a system to like alert the whole group? Since I feel like your roll was high enough that you're like, it was low, but it's far enough away from the range that you're like not even in danger.
Yeah,
so
I would have made a noise or like I think that's kind of been, like kind of collect my lips a little,
right,
and then point to that direction. So hopefully that's enough.
Yeah.
And my perception is a 10. If we're still doing a group check.
Okay.
14 for me.
11.
Oscar,
do you perceive, Oscar? Talking like you.
Oscar, what is your perception? What is your profession?
Can we, while
He's
we're waiting on
typing.
that, can we tell the trajectory of the way that they're going? Are they going towards anywhere that we would know? 8.
Yeah, his was 8. Yeah, so it looks like, I mean, because you kind of went into the woods and then just skirt. They look as if they might be going towards Thunder Tree. So you know that's like, again, at this point, half a day behind you almost.
Right.
So I would say you can't quite make out how many there are, but
Okay.
you can tell based on like statures and stuff that you have actually what you thought were just, so you have a couple hobgoblins and a couple like normal goblins
Okay.
wandering around. The hobgoblins are kind of shoving and kicking and pushing around the goblins, but they're all just sort of tromping and not being very careful. Like they seem pretty like sure of themselves that they don't even need to worry about anything.
Ryan will say, "All right, guys, voice is low. Do we take the chance to jump, or do we let him go?"
It rhymes.
How sure are we
Hashtag-
that they're headed to Thunder Tree?
I like that you rhymed first off, bro.
Thanks. You motivated me.
How well, dude. Are they going anywhere?
It looks to me that they're heading toward Thunder Tree. Pretty definitively, I'd say.
Well, that's fine, right? Like,
I
Unless
say we
they
take
come
him out.
back while we're at Cragmaw Castle, then all of a sudden we have more guys to deal with.
all
I don't
right.
know why I'm talking like Oscar right now, but
Yes.
Does everybody in whisper form sound like Oscar?
yeah.
I think-
We're basically like we're all Kens right now, basically.
Aye. Sounds like it's take them out then, right, dudes?
I think so. Let's move into
I think
position.
it makes sense.
I can
Alright.
surprise at least one with an arrow.
Too far away.
How do we want to do this? Should the O Bros take the lead? Just jump
Okay.
into the fray.
I think you guys dive in.
We could do that too.
Myself will kind of like flank from each side potentially, if we can make that work.
If we can pull it off, I think that would be wise.
Yes, good plan, everyone.
Thanks,
So-
hey, Bixby, thanks for not rushing away.
What? Oh, I'm always strategic.
All right.
Yeah.
Each
Come
their
on.
own.
Sure.
Perception. All right. Action. Go. Go team.
I will say though, since you're kind of getting into position, then you should all roll stealth checks.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think the goal is for us to like get as close as possible, and then Bigglesby and I to strategically go around. So
Yeah.
without them noticing.
I don't want to be alone.
Oscar knows that he's not super stealthy right now, so if possible, he wants to wait for everyone else to kind of like start their
Yeah.
movement before I move, just so I don't give away our position too early.
Right.
Well, I threw down a 22, so I'm happy to sneak in with my daggers in my hand or my scimitars.
All right. I'm wiggling to one side with an 18.
I rolled a 6.
Don't follow me, Bigglesby. Don't follow me, dude. Go the other way.
Don't follow me, bro.
Oops, sorry.
So as Bigglesby yells out sorry, you notice that the hobgoblins and goblins sort of quiet and kind of turn in your direction.
Do
Or
we
turn
have
into
the
that
owlbear?
direction. What?
Do we have the owlbear?
This I don't, because it's just like a
Okay.
random encounter. So
That's fine. That's fine. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if there was a visualization I could be looking at, but we're good.
no, sorry, this is one of those random encounters. So I'm like, I wasn't
we're
ready
good.
to like throw this up on the
No,
on the
we're
screen
fine.
anywhere. Yeah, so just imagine, let's say you're all moving south, so you're moving like in the downward direction,
Mhm.
and you're kind of in the woods, and then you see south of you and moving, or like so in front of you, so 12 o'clock, but kind of moving to your 3 o'clock position, like in that direction. You see this group, and you've now noticed, like as they see you, you see it's 2 goblins in front and 3 hobgoblins kind of skirting around. So they're kind of using the 2 goblins as like meat shields in front of them, but they're all just kind of like tromping around, and they all I'd say you're probably trying to skirt around like in a crescent shape.
Does Oscar get the impression that they've like spotted Bigglesby, or are they just kind of like looking around, searching the woods?
By body language, you know that they heard their attention is caught.
Okay.
But they have not seen anything necessarily.
How
Okay.
close are they to each other?
I would say the 2 goblins are like right next to each other. So it's almost like like imagine they're as close as two guards on the offensive line. And then the hobgoblins are like one is where the quarterback would be, and then maybe like 5 yards on either side. So they're kind of like in a triangular position in a sense.
Wishbone.
Yeah, basically a wishbone.
Love it. Yeah, I was trying to like arc.
So I could encompass all of them in a 20-foot area.
Yes, you could.
20-foot by 20-foot area. I'm going to go ahead and cast web on all of them.
Okay.
Love it.
So
All
DC, I don't remember how the spell works.
Yeah.
Each creature that starts its, hold on.
It's funny because you cast this every time, and I'm always like, "What is the spell again?"
Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or enters it must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained as long as it remains in the webs or until it breaks free. A creature restrained by the webs can use its action to make a strength hit check against the spell save DC, and if it succeeds, it's no longer restrained. Webs are flammable. You can burn 5 foot. Run round.
Yep.
Dealing 2d4 fire damage to anybody in that area.
All right, so they all have to do a dex save then.
Yeah, DC 15 dexterity saving throws on their turn.
Or when they enter, right?
Or when they enter, yeah.
So like in the moment of you casting it, they also have to save then because they're technically entering it.
Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or enters it during its turn. So on their turn they will.
Okay. Well then I guess I'll give you all
surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise.
What's that, Eric?
Should we roll initiative?
Yeah, so we should roll initiative.
Okay.
This D20 is gonna get retired for the evening.
Oh Jesus, okay.
11.
All right.
6.
Oscar's is 4.
Jeez.
Ryan's is 11.
Hey.
Okay. I'm assuming Ryan is the higher dex.
I would imagine.
17.
Yeah. 13.
Sweet.
Okay. Then I guess Bigglesby, you did your action, or like, are you gonna?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we'll call since they kind of caught it as like you did your movement already, because they kind of, and then you were able to just like, oh, they see me, well, like.
Yeah.
But then I guess the other, because everyone, well, other than Oscar, perhaps, like I would say Braun and Ryan, you rolled well enough stealth wise that you can do an action and a movement. Oscar probably just an action or a movement as your surprise. And then we'll get into it.
Sick. How did you give us a distance on them?
I would say, I didn't quite give that. Maybe you're like 20, because you kept closer. Let's say you're like 20, 25 feet away from them.
Oh, okay. Well, given the advent of
or not quite that far because he just did web. So like maybe you're 35-ish feet.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Web's got a range of 60 feet. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't have to be super close.
Did they roll higher or am I up first with the 11?
Well, we're doing surprise round.
Oh, okay. So it would be me. Yeah, I'm gonna throw my scimitars. I'm gonna holster those and grab my bow and just take a shot, given the situation. Would that be at advantage, or do I not know if they're webbed up or?
It hasn't quite happened yet because let's just say this is happening
Yeah.
simultaneously. Like you just see an orb of white, sort of like web slinger, bullet shooting out from. I wanted to make it not as sexual as possible. From Bigglesby, and
No, that's fair.
and that shit's about to go down.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna shoot at. Is it safe to say I could pick like a hobgoblin in the middle? Like there's 3 of them and they're kind of like behind the 2 goblins. So we'll say the one in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shot at him with my bow.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 7 + 12, 19.
Okay, you are able to hit.
All right, so we'll do a few things here. Sorry for my chair. 5 damage, and then because of Dread Ambusher, I get to attack again.
Okay.
And that's a natural 20 for 27.
All right.
So that's 2d8. That's a total of 7, and then an additional d8 because of Dread Ambusher.
Ooh.
That's 11 plus 3, 14. What was the very first number I said? Do you remember?
It doesn't matter. What?
Five.
How do you do it?
It's yeah, okay. I think the first one is I was aiming for like in between the eyes with the first arrow, but I missed, and I want to say that's going to go through the neck. But the second arrow, very quickly after, is going to go between the eyes. So,
Yeah. So, yeah, Bigglesby is surprised. Like he yells out to Bron, and then all of a sudden he sees the hobgoblins sort of look that way and quiet, and he shoots his web real quick, and then as the web is sort of like hitting and bursting over everything, the hobgoblin and the goblins are like, "Ugh," and then the one kind of looking around, just like kind of like cinematic, like looks forward, and there's like, and then just gets knocked back, and we'll say the webs engulf him, so he's halfway down, but then like held up by the webs in a weird way.
awesome.
And yeah, okay, so you've already killed one hobgoblin, and then Bron.
Bron still tries to continue his sneak, arcing maybe 15 feet southwestish, to try and like get around them a little bit without them seeing. A big tiptoeing giant half orc, and then I look at one of the goblins, and bro's like, "You don't know Bigglesby. Crap. You don't know Drew, but he's way better than you, dude, and you look like a stupid face that could never be as cool as him." So vicious mockery, as you could tell. Wisdom save.
Okay. Spell save 13. And so you say that, and even though they can't, like, it's kind of dark, the goblin just laughs and goes, "Droop's a loser."
Oh no.
Do we all get advantage on attack rolls against that guy now?
Yeah. Rage. We all enter rage, even though we're not barbarian.
Meaner words are coming next time, bro.
And that would mean, Oscar, you either get an action or a movement.
Okay, so Oscar was totally going to attack the hobgoblin before, but after hearing the goblin yell out, "Droop is stupid," he's in one like blind rage.
Okay.
I'm assuming the web puts some dead space between where they are and where the end of the web is, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I probably have to enter into the web to get to the goblin physically, right?
Yeah, that's why I just kind of like kindly gave you a little bit of buffer. So like probably the web starts like 5 feet or 10 feet away from where you are all at if it was centering in the on the
Okay.
hobgoblin group.
So I wouldn't be able to get physically next to the goblin without entering into the web, right?
Right. And Chris, is it difficult terrain even if you save?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so it would be you'd have like 30 feet to travel on difficult terrain even
Okay.
if you save.
Okay. So Oscar's just going to like go into like his eyes are going to see red. He's going to pull out his sword and like walk up to the edge of the web, point his sword at the goblin who said that, and he's going to say, "You should not have said such things." And I'm going to cast a Mind Sliver on him.
Okay. Okay, and that's a spell attack, correct?
Yeah,
Yes, a
it's
spell attack.
No,
I think it's a save.
intelligence
Hold
saving.
on.
Oh, intelligence
Yeah,
saving.
intelligence
Okay.
saving throw.
All right, now Oscar is 14. Okay, so definitely does not save that one.
Okay, awesome. So you're going to see Oscar like swing his sword like he's making an attack, but you see this like weird psychic energy kind of flow through the hilt of the sword and like launch out as he like whips it at the goblin.
Yeah.
And that is, oh god damn it, 1 point of psychic damage.
In his face, bro. Nice.
um
and he'll have a minus D4 on his save for the web.
Yeah, and he gets a minus D4 in his next save, whatever that is.
Okay. Okay. So the goblin just like covers his eye like something just like hit him in the eye. And he's like, ah, my eye.
I was hoping that'd be a little more dramatic, but okay.
Yeah. And he's just like shaking it off a little bit there. Okay, so I guess that would be the surprise round then. And then we'll go to top of order. Ryan, you said your dex is 17, so
Yep.
you go first.
Sweet. Okay. So I've got 2 standing hobgoblins, correct?
Yes, 2 standing. Left,
Can I-
right. So like basically now it's like you have goblin, goblin, and then hobgoblin, hobgoblin, since you shot the middle one.
Okay. I'm just gonna stand pat and take a shot at the next hobgoblin. I guess the one to the more to the left. If that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, to your left. Okay. Okay.
Cool. That's 18.
That hits.
9 total.
Okay.
And then I am gonna get closer. I want to get to be within like 10 feet of the 2 goblins.
Okay, so you have to move into the web then.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Never mind. I'm gonna stay
Okay.
put.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck that.
Okay. Then that would mean, and Braun, what's your dex?
And I'll BRB.
13.
Okay, so you're next.
Okay. I'm going to, in a rage,
Oh, okay.
pull out my great club and sprint at that goblin that made that very, very insulting remark into the web. I don't care.
Okay.
Close as I can get to him. Do I have to make a dex save now?
You
Chris?
sure do.
Yeah.
DC
Good.
15.
Good. Oh yeah, that's like 18 plus something. So
Okay.
I assume I make it up to him, or
Yeah, you just do.
and instead of hitting him with my great club, I actually cast Thunderclap. So basically, I look at him, and as I'm gonna do my great club, instead of hitting him with it, I like smack my hands together, and a burst of thunderous energy comes out. So every creature within 5 feet of me must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so I would say that's both goblins then.
Perfect.
Okay, where'd that die go? Okay. So yeah, if you're all attacking, so you're attacking the one that just That was just hit by Oscar. Okay.
Yeah. He'll get a D4 minus from that save.
Oh, so I guess that would be.
Oh.
I mean, that's where the D4 goes. So he fails the con save, and the other one succeeds.
All right.
So this one is getting roughed up now that he said something about Droop.
Max damage 6. Well, which is only 6, but 6 thunder damage to that guy then.
Okay. That is enough to kill him.
So the clap comes in. I have my great club, but instead I like clap down. Thunderous energy ripples through his face and knocks him back. And then like the rest of the wave hits the other guy and does nothing. But
okay. So how would you imagine, like, how is it killing him, would you say? Because he's dead.
I think it I don't know what thunder damage looks like, but I imagine it's just like ripples of energy like ripping off like parts of his face.
Okay. Ugh. And maybe it because it's force, it would move him back. Maybe it's almost like brain trauma, right? Like kind of impact, and it's just like inside of his. Okay.
Like you see his face like rippling, but then like piece of it come off, but it's like concussive, if you will.
Yeah, and same thing. Like he starts to fly, but then like the webs kind of suck him down. So like that's part of it, right? He like gets knocked back, but then like the jarring action of his body being pulled back, it's like you can just imagine his brain like rattling around and hitting getting smashed against his skull. And he just like crumples down. Okay.
And I look at the other ones like, watch your mouths, dudes.
All right. Very good. Very good. Okay, so you have 2 hobgoblins left, 1 goblin. The other hobgoblin, or one of the 2, the one that just got well, let's just say the one that hasn't been touched yet, because he's kind of like hit more on his feet. He has to make a dex save. That's the first thing.
And who did Eric attack?
Eric attacked this goblin that Braun just killed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now you have 1 goblin kind of triangulated by 2 hobgoblins, I would say. He fails, so he is stuck.
He is restrained.
He is restrained. And so what he is going to do, he's kind of like, and because they're kind of like a hunting party as it is, he whips out this long bow. And because Braun, you are right up there, he is going to shoot at you.
At disadvantage because he's restrained.
At disadvantage because he is restrained. Well, it doesn't matter because the first one is a critical failure. So he pulls out his arrow. He like draws his bow down like to do this cool like sweep, and then it also gets stuck in the web. He's and like he pulls out, and now the web is like engulfing his bow too. And then he can't move because he failed. So he is good. Now the one that just got shot by Joe is going to do also a dex save and also going to fail.
Hooray.
He also, I mean, seeing that he can't really do anything, you know what? He sees like he gets shot by this arrow. He sees his friend. He sees a goblin die in front of him. He sees his friend die next to him. Sees the other guys. Oh, you missed it, Joe. The hobgoblin critically failed. So like his bow got stuck in the web as he tried to wheel around and shoot. And so this one just like looks at his sword and just tries to overhand like chuck it at you, Braun. So it's just going to be, how do you even do that? Do you just do like Eric, you might be able to help if you're just doing, that's like an improvised weapon. Like how would you just roll a D20 with no modifier if it's like throwing your sword?
If you're throwing the sword, well, it's different with a weapon because if it doesn't have the thrown property, it behaves differently.
Yeah.
I would just say roll a flat roll because I don't think you get a bonus if it doesn't have the thrown.
Right. He's just like.
No, I think you're right, Chris. I think it's. Yeah, just go ahead. Yeah, that'll work.
He hits a 19.
At disadvantage?
Oh wait, shit, disadvantage.
He's at restrained.
He rolled. Oh wait, your AC is. Ooh, he barely misses you. The sword, like you don't even notice. Like he just moves so fast, you just hear, and like this sword just flies past you, and you're like, holy crap, that almost just hit me right in the noggin there.
Who throws a sword, dude? Holy
Right. And then he like readies his bow, but like that's the end of his turn. So that means we are now. The one goblin standing sees this sword fly by you, gets a little bit steeled for this moment, and
Excellent.
also like sees you distracted by the sword and tries to take a slash at you with the scimitar that it has at disadvantage.
Oh, he failed his save too.
Oh, I got to do that actually. Yes, he totally fails it. Okay. Yeah, he also misses. He like you kind of wheeling to be like, whoa, what the fuck? Like he kind of swings. So it's like two quick like bear misses, where you're like, oh my gosh, the spirit of Droop must be watching over me because like I almost just got whacked twice in a row. So there you go. And now it is to Bigglesby.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on one of them.
Okay, you got Goblin in front, engaged with Braun, and then you have these two hobgoblins that are like stuck in the web behind.
Let's go with one of the ones behind, not the one who threw his sword. The other one.
Okay, so the other one's been hit already. Yeah.
Well, that guy.
Yep.
18.
It hits.
3 damage, and his movement is decreased by 10 feet.
His movement is decreased by infinity because he's dead.
Hey!
Nice.
Boom.
All right, so now you have 2 webbed victims and 1 ice statue web victim. And so now all that's left is the 1 goblin and 1 untouched hobgoblin that threw his sword. And so unless you're going to move, it would be Oscar's turn. Okay,
Now it's Tuber's up.
cool. Oscar?
Oscar's going to do another psychic blast towards the hobgoblin who's stuck in the web.
Okay, cool.
Let's see here. That's a save on his part, right? Intelligence.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did say that. Sorry. He fails.
Yes. And he takes max damage, 6 psychic damage.
Okay. Yeah, he also is like kind of screams out and holds his brain, holds his head. As that happens, are you gonna move or no?
No, I'm just gonna stay and just hold and wait.
Okay. Then Ryan, it's back to you.
I'll just take a shot at the hobgob.
Okay, go ahead.
17.
You actually miss.
Ah!
Yep.
It's too not dark in here.
There was a glint off his armor. It blinded me.
Yeah, I'll just stay put. That'll be it.
Okay, cool. All right, then Bron,
All right, great club, Goblin,
do it.
in front of me. Natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
I mean, I don't even know. Oh yeah, he does have full health, so go ahead and roll.
Well, okay, we'll see. Okay, so that's 6 and 9 bludgeoning damage.
All right, how do you pulverize this goblin?
So bro's like, skull crushing time. This one's for Drew, and smashes down on his skull.
All right, and then he squishes down and his spine crunches under the blow and like everything compacts. And there you go. Kind of like when Mario jumps on a Goomba happening here.
Perfect.
All right.
That was a good description.
Yeah. All right. He did. And then the other hobgoblin, like you guys have just massacred this group. It's pretty awesome, to be honest. So he's gonna roll again for the dex with a minus D4. I guess I should roll the 1d4 here. And he is not able to get out barely. But he sees you do this and he's just like kind of, you can see he wants to run, but he cannot. And so he just kind of half-heartedly takes this shot at you because he knows he's probably going down. But he's like, well, I got to do something. And because it's disadvantage, he's for sure going to miss on that roll, that first roll. So yeah, he like can't do anything. He just like shoots and you can tell he's like, do I just drop everything and like wait for it or what? All right, Bigglesby.
I'm gonna ray of frost the remaining guy.
All right.
Natural 1.
Okay, so that just like
Oh wait, I
kinda
get an advantage because he's
oh true.
restrained. 20 something, 24.
Yeah, of course it hits. Yeah.
For 3 more damage.
All right. So the arrow goes by, and then this ray of frost. He's like, like kind of like, whew, like it's a little too cold. Gets hit by it. Okay, Oscar.
Same thing. Mind sliver.
All right. Then he will do the intelligence. This time he actually is able to save.
Fucker. Okay.
He's so like his mind is kind of blanked by getting hit by this ray of frost that like it doesn't quite do anything because it's almost closed off, you know.
Oscar's gonna grip his swords a little bit tighter and just glare at the hobgoblin.
Okay. And he sees you glaring and he just goes starts to mad dog you a little bit. All right, Ryan, it's your turn.
He's still restrained?
Yes.
All right, we'll take a shot. We'll invoke sharpshooter.
Okay.
There we go.
Because we got a little advantage situation here.
Dad, you're gonna blow his whole fucking head off his shoulders.
22 to hit.
Yes.
Sick, nasty.
Plus 10, Jay. I'm sure he's dead.
Yeah, does the guaranteed 10 do it, or should we just see what it is for fun? 18 damage.
Okay, yeah. So as he goes, he get like I imagine it just like shoots through his mouth and into the back of his throat and like
Awesome.
all the way through. Maybe just not quite far enough if it's your favorite arrow that you can get it. Like it's like barely tailing out the back so that it's just ready to be picked up again. And he also falls down and you have now killed all 5 creatures.
Ryan says, rough yourself.
Nice. Very good.
Bro starts to come down a little bit. Oh, shit. Bigglesby, dude, can you drop the web? I ran into it.
No, because I think it's funny.
Dude,
Go ahead and make a dex save.
they're talking shit about Droop, bro, and I'm like, ugh. All right.
I know, I felt that. I felt the anger. I think I'm getting this emotion thing.
I got a 10, so I think I'm restrained.
You're restrained.
He won't drop the web.
Bigglesby's just pointing and laughing.
Bro, dude, man, my guy.
Yes. Did you need something?
I'll wait 6 more seconds. 17.
Ah, you got it.
He's
I
out.
run
He's
out and boop,
Yeah, I knew you could do it.
Well, once Webb is gone, I'd like to loot the bodies, but I will be waiting until Webb is gone.
Yeah.
No, just go ahead. No, it'll be great.
Oscar wants to see if there's any sign of discernible information regarding, like, if we could confirm that they're from Cragmaw Castle or if they have any kind of like information on them.
Okay.
And Bigglesby will go ahead and drop concentration.
All right, good. Because I was about to make you drop concentration with an unarmed strike.
I can just imagine you slapping the back of his head.
I was gonna ask you if I pick him up and like take him 30 feet away and set him down, does that drop concentration?
You just put me into the web.
Yeah. I will join Oscar in looting, but I'll let him take the lead, actually. Or actually, I'll give him the help action if he needs to like investigate or something like that.
That could work.
Actually, you don't.
Okay.
Like they're fairly bare bones. Like they just have their weapons and a little bit of other stuff. Like you can tell that they're just kind of like they're sallying out. They're just like a party, like almost like a scout or hunting party that's not necessarily going to be gone for a long time. They don't even really have camping supplies, so you know that they're probably just going to go investigate. From the goblins, you found 80 pieces of copper.
We're rich.
Yeah. And then the it says the squad of hobgoblins, and I want to say the squad goblins.
Squad goblins.
Yeah.
Kind of love that.
Yeah. One of them has a crudely drawn sketch of Bigglesby.
Ooh.
What?
Oh.
What am I wearing?
You are wearing a blue robe with sort of an unlaced sort of tunic. And you've got a pipe in your mouth that has
I think you want to see this.
has some smoke coming out of it. The only thing though is you're like, well, they must have heard conflicting reports about us because it has what looks like Bigglesby, but wearing an eye patch.
Ron, give me the eye patch.
Wait, what did I miss, dude?
Ugh. The
Take
picture.
a look at this.
But underneath it says 25 gold pieces for this one, and a symbol of the black spider is drawn next to that phrase.
Do we know what the black spider means? I don't recall.
Yes.
You've heard them talk about someone named the spider, and the only other time you've seen this evidence of the spider is in a letter to the wizard Glassstaff in the Red Brand hideout.
Ryan is gonna grab it and look at it and say, "You guys might not know what this means, but there's a hit out against us."
It looks like it's a hit out against me.
I don't know, 25
Because
gold's a
I
lot.
know
What do
who
you think,
the
guys?
leader of this group is.
Oh, I see where you're going, Oscar. We could turn him in and get the gold.
I know this
I'm just saying, 25 gold, that's not a bad reward.
Could buy a lot of spider jars for me.
No, those are terrible plans.
Also, we must find the artist who did this sketch. It's quite it really captures your essence.
Right down to the eye patch.
Looks like Brad keeps trying to talk.
You're not getting my eye patch, bro. I'm just saying.
But the picture!
Picture.
How will they know it's me?
Here's the thing, dude. This brings me power.
I'm going to stop sharing for 1 second.
All right.
And it's like attuned to me, dude.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, did I miss? What did I miss? Did we found bounty out for you, basically? Bigglesby?
A sketch of Bigglesby
Yeah.
with an eye patch, so they kind of
It looks like there's
wrong.
a hit out on Bigglesby.
But there's the black spider illustrated on it, so.
And that's the only thing we found so far.
80 copper pieces as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think bare bones, weapons.
Also, may I say, Braun, your eye patch looks resplendent this evening.
Thanks, dude. I love it so much, man. It's like, here's the thing, dude. It's like, it's not just magical. It looks cool, right? Right, dudes?
I think so, personally.
Really
And,
completes the look.
I got 2 eyes already, dude. Like, that works. So, like, I don't want to cover it. So, like, the forehead's the perfect place for it.
It's just your third eye is so powerful. You have to tamper down the power.
I gotta
Yes,
cover it,
the brown eye. Gotta keep it covered.
No, dude, I'm purple. Not brown. Dude.
Yes, that's
I
the
could have
colorship
sworn
of
that eye
friendship.
was brown.
Get it right, Bigglesby.
You know.
All right,
So
so
was
what are
that
we
it?
all thinking?
If that's essentially the loot, I think we should move the bodies off path, so to speak.
Okay.
Kind of throw some twigs and branches over them just to buy us time for the next scouting party. And then I'm ready to head to Cragmaw.
Oscar's going to throw the goblin who talks shit on Droop as far into the woods as he possibly can, aiming for a tree.
Love that. I love that.
Do a strength check.
Ooh, okay, hold on.
Yeah, bro will grab a couple and drag them. Pretty easily, I imagine.
That is a 11 for strength.
All right. I mean, it kind of gets the effect. You wanted it to do a little bit more, but like, it's fine.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So are you guys all gonna continue on to Cragmaw then? Is that what you're thinking?
Absolutely.
Yep. Same as planned. Yeah.
Okay.
They
So
gotta collect their bounty.
Right. Exactly.
right.
Oh yeah, I tie up Bigglesby. No, I'm just
Right.
Okay.
You gotta catch me first.
kidding.
Oh no,
I'm like,
dude.
I'm like channeling the other party. I'm like, V can disguise herself as a hobgoblin, and we can take Bigglesby up. I'm like, wait, no, it's a different game.
Actually,
Right.
hold the phone for a second. Do we still have the red brand cloaks from when we were in that building?
Not all of us, but I would imagine you guys do.
Yeah, I never trashed mine.
too.
I mean, mine was trashy. I remember, but
Right.
Oh, that's right. You rolled and it was all bloody and like
Yeah.
stabbed up.
but I'd imagine I didn't get rid of it.
You know, there's this ancient tale of a war that takes place in a land far, far away, where they use a fake prisoner to enter into a compound.
Oh yes, I'm
One-
familiar. There was a tall person that was the prisoner.
Exactly. Maybe we can do the opposite, where this time the short person is the prisoner.
Oh, I hate this.
I love the tale of 300.
Just while we're walking and talking, we can maybe discuss it. But just an idea.
Yeah. So
As
I will
long
It
say,
is a good strategy.
here's my thought. Because I'm gonna have to take a tiny break. I'll tell you some things that about the castle, and then you can kind of talk amongst yourselves about what you would like to do. Let's say you're coming up to it. I'm assuming it's Bigglesby. Someone do a history check.
Oh, that's me.
Anyone?
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
Not me.
19.
Okay. So you remember, well, you know for sure from your studies, even though it seemed beneath you, but you happen to remember that the Cragmaw tribe consists of marauding bands and rival goblin holds scattered throughout this area of the Tribor Trail in Neverwinter Wood. However, one chieftain is sort of united and been grudgingly recognized by others as supreme, and that is King Groll of Cragmaw Castle. Kind of like Dave Grohl without the H. Cragmaw Castle, it's not a goblin construction, and it's not the original name of the structure. You know that it was raised by a talented wizard noble of a place called Phandelver, which was an ancient realm that once controlled much of the north. From what you like, based on the architecture, you said you know that most of their castles consisted of some sort of overlapping towers, often the number 7 because it held some sort of symbolic importance to them. And so you're interested to see how this ancient fortress has sort of maintained its structure over time. Okay. And then as you roll up, so I wasn't sure how y'all do this. Like, I put in another map in the owl bear, but I made it really far away so you couldn't see me like putting all the darkness stuff on it and everything.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Oh, I see it. Yeah, to the left.
Yeah. So if you like zoom out and scroll to the left, does it have the? Well, I guess I don't want to share my screen.
Yeah,
right?
you can't share it. So I can switch to share screen because it is blacked out.
Okay, cool. Then why don't you share your screen?
Just hide all my other searches. Let's see. Church hymns, goblin, gods. They're not so bad.
Pornography.
Pornography.
I would never.
Pornographyhub.com.
Pornography.
I thought it was pornography.
Pornography. I wonder if that domain is taken. Pornographyhub.com.
Okay, so
Type it in and find out. Not on YouTube. Share screen.
all right. So you start to be. Let's say you are coming from, because you're coming from the northwest. You're kind of over in this area, but you know that the front of the castle is down here.
Okay.
And I'll give you a general description, and maybe y'all can like talk while I go do my tiny break, of what you see just from a general standpoint. And you would say the castle consists of 7 crumbling towers of different sizes and heights, but the upper stories are all in varying states of collapse. I guess let's say you can see the front. Most of the towers loom over the entranceway. They have arrow slits looking down on the terrace, and you know that like there is probably a terrace in the entranceway, but it looks like it could be guarded. Maybe not, maybe so. So I guess why don't you all talk some strategy? Let me make sure, because it doesn't really. The map makes it look like you could do some things, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I guess talk through if you want to do disguise or anything, and then let me know when I come back, please. So I'll be right back.
All right, y'all. What are we thinking here?
So if we move around, it looks like there's stairs on the west side or the left side.
And I'm
Yeah, it
wondering if
does.
we can like crawl through the broken areas.
But well, I guess first they're just saying that based on the visual. But first we have to decide if we're gonna try and trick them or just try and sneak in a different way.
Right.
Like
We could have Ryan potentially sneak up, see if there's a sneaky way in, perhaps. And if that fails, someone let you know. Or right,
dude,
that's you, right, Joe?
I see a bunch of weird words and numbers and stuff.
I guess that's fine. It doesn't matter.
Whoa, nah.
Oh
Yeah, you
Lord,
can
what's
check.
happening? Lol.
What?
I feel like I can see your insides.
Yeah. How can we tell how good you are at certain things like so quantitatively? It's
I'm so freaking embarrassed.
We could see if Ryan wants to sneak around and find a sneaky way in potentially, or we could just try and deceive them.
Wait, is this on Owlbear?
If you zoom out a lot,
Zoom out.
and go left
Oh,
on the same Owlbear screen. Yeah,
I did remember hearing him say that, but I don't think I put 2 and 2 together.
That's funny. I do have a means of disguising myself.
Say more, my friend.
It's a trick I call disguise self, and so I could roll up with Bigglesby and the letter, see if anyone answers the door, and you guys could ambush them.
But once they answer the door and they're like, "Yes, come in with our prisoner. We're gonna torture." What do they get? What's our plan?
Hey, you don't get the eye patch, bro. Stop. If that's what you're implying, dude, not happening.
Maybe I tie him up and leave him sort of here, knock on the door, and let them know, hey, I have this prisoner here, and I'll be disguised as one of the hobgoblins. but I need help bringing him in. He's feisty, right? And I run back out, and then we pounce on the welcome party.
Okay, I like it.
Unless you want to
yeah.
deceive them. I'm going to talk normal for a minute. Unless we want to deceive them further and actually get in. But
Well, if we're talking normal voices, I guess.
I just couldn't do it for a
I
second.
messed up. Sorry, I messed up. This is the main gate.
Okay.
But you know
That's
that
what
there's a postern gate sort of down that way.
Oh, okay.
Okay, fine. But
Sorry
that's
about that.
kind of the same idea. Like I could basically say like, you know, I couldn't get up the stairs, but he's out there.
But like, dude, what if like people like come out and like are just looking at us and don't actually come out to be ambushed?
The truth. My fear is I bring him in, and the further I get in, it's just the
The
two
more
of us.
screwed I am. I hate this.
Yeah. But I
Ryan,
won't.
maybe it makes more sense for you to kind of scout around the castle and see if there's another way in before we decide to use deceit and guile to gain entry.
Fair. Yes. I'm happy to do so.
Yeah, dude, let's do it. And if we decide to just try and sneak in, bro, like, yeah, see if there's somewhere where there like isn't anybody. Yeah, dude.
These are good plans. Yeah, so I'd like to basically do a perimeter, kind of get my eyes on the main door, and then get around to that side door to see if that looks better, and then all the way around just to see if there's like another entrance. I think I'd probably go the long way though, this way.
Okay.
Just to see, is this all fortified, or like is this rubble? Can I glean? Does this lead in somehow, or but yeah, basically taking a long way around.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was looking at.
And I might still burn Disguise Self because it lasts an hour, and I think a goblin running around the castle is probably less suspicious than a dark elf.
Probably. All right,
In
I'm
this
gonna
case,
see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some fog cutting and see how this goes. So if you're gonna do a perimeter, then I'm gonna just do my best to like cut the perimeter as best I can. If that makes sense. Okay. So be
I am.
one.
You're fine. We can talk about this then. I guess I'll ask the party. Should I use some of the limited magic I have to make myself look like a hobgoblin?
Might be smart, bro. Just like,
Isn't that that doing?
what if somebody sees you, dude? Like,
What if they start talking to you in goblinoid?
Oh, we heard the one who I shot through the throat. That seems easy enough.
that's pretty good, dude.
Maybe you should wait to see what happens before disguising yourself.
Fair. I'll crouch and I'll keep to the shadows.
Sorry, I don't understand why the like I'm doing this with the fog cutter and then letting go, and then it's like sometimes just putting it in there.
It gets a little finicky sometimes.
Yeah.
Just make sure you have the right tool highlighted, because I've done that a few times where I think I'm like using the fog cutter, but it's either disabled or I'm using like the pointer or something.
Yeah, I enabled fog cutter.
You should be able to just click over it and then click like delete or remove or something like that.
Well, see, I'm trying to like be fancy, and I have these boxes, but I'm trying to just give the like that actual perimeter, like what you would see. Okay, so I'll just show. So just pay attention to the map real quick. You see an arrow slit here, an arrow slit there, an arrow slit there. For that rubble area, why don't you do a perception check?
Okay, and I will let you know, because I have umbral sight. When I'm in darkness, if a creature is relying on dark vision to see me, I'm invisible.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just FYI.
Yeah.
Perception, you said?
Yeah.
17 plus 3, 20, dirty 20.
Okay. So you see that there is indeed what could be used as an entrance in that part of the castle.
Which is here?
Yeah, more towards that like actual little brown, like the path itself. The path itself.
Okay. Got
Yeah, it looks more like a footpath. Like at first it looked just kind of random, but then you realize no, there's a little bit of traffic. And that could
Hey.
actually be.
Can I use that perception or another roll to determine, like, does this look empty? Do I hear footsteps? Like,
I mean, so you're getting right up to it then?
within reason. Yeah, a little closer for sure.
I will say so. So do another perception check.
8.
Okay. So you see that there is a footpath leading up to the castle as if it is like well trafficked. But then when you look, you can't quite see where one would go in or out of the castle. So it's a little confusing to you.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So, and then I'll just tell you, so like ultimately what it comes down to is around the whole castle, like otherwise there's really nothing of great interest that you see, but you do notice that there's a postern entrance down south. So you see that there's this path in the north. You see there's some arrow slit towers, but they're narrow enough that like you can't tell if there are enemies manning any of them.
Yeah.
And you just see what looks like a path in the north, but you're not sure. And then there's the main gate and the postern gate, and that's it.
All right, cool. I will get back to the crew. We'll say like I kind of hugged the walls and went to here, realized I was back here, and then just for the sake of not like walking around the front, I'm fucking double back it.
Okay.
And so once I get back, I'll report. All right, guys, and I'll just point like this way. Arrow slit here, kind of describe it all. I'm talking about the path. Just without role playing it, I'll relay everything.
Yeah.
And then my thoughts on it are if we try the path to the north, which again was a little bit confusing, but we certainly need to hug the walls because I could not tell if the towers were manned or goblin.
Nice.
Well, it sounds like the main entrance might be our best option still. Do you agree with that assessment?
If we want to knock the door down and walk up with Bigglesby and get the jump on some people, you might as well knock on the front door. I don't think we're necessarily sneaking in anyway.
What does everyone else think?
And I'm good with whatever, dude, to be honest with you. Like, North Path seems cool, kind of like, hey, let's see if we can sneak in or whatever. But, like, we're just knock on the door, dude. Like, hey, we got a prisoner. Trick, punch, right?
We know they're looking for Bigglesby.
But they think I have a very powerful eye patch.
Here's the thing, dude. They're looking for the powerful eye patch, bro. And it's not Bigglesby, dude. Picture is wrong.
But they don't
here's the
know
problem.
that.
No, I hate to say it.
They'll probably be like, oh,
Bigglesby-
you just brought us some stupid goblin. Wait, no.
Bigglesby might have a
gnome.
point here. If they're looking for someone with an eye patch and they see you with an eye patch and not him, that might be suspicious based on what they've been told.
Here's the thing, bro. I will die before I give this eye patch to anybody else.
It'll just be for a few minutes. I'll give it.
Dig a hole next to my bro Droop, because that's where I'm going, dude. If you want to try and take this eye patch,
At the very least, you should take it off, I think.
And give it to me.
Or I guess you could maybe argue you stole it off him and now it's yours. That also could work, I suppose. But
Valid point.
it's on the back now, dude.
Now it just looks extra cool because it's backwards.
Yeah, dude.
So I think we give a loose tie on Bigglesby, walk up to the door, knock, say, "Hey, we're the new recruits out of Phandelver, and we heard you were looking for a little one with an eye patch that we snapped off his little forehead, and we're here to claim the 25 gold reward."
Love it. Let's do it.
I'm in.
Dudes, are you guys gonna be in the red robes? Because if you want to do that, I'll like hide, just like further away, and then you guys can do that. And then when they come out, say something or give me like a signal, and then we can attack or something. Dude.
Okay, I like this plan. Yes.
I'll put my eye patch back on normal so it has its power then, bro.
That's a good idea. I like it.
I'll say there's a spider that needs a stomping. I think that's pretty.
Ugh.
Dude, that's good, bro. Like,
Thanks, man.
it might need to be a little like less words, but like for now.
How about Spidey Stompy?
Or how about look, a spider?
Perfect. Okay, I got it. It'll just be something about a spider, whatever comes to me.
Yeah, just something about spider.
If it rhymes, it's better. Just remember that, dude.
Spider, I hardly know her. No, I took it for it.
But
Is
you're
this an
doing
official,
great.
this an official Skull Crusher rule now that rhyming makes it better?
Oh yes, it's in my notebook.
Yeah, it's in his notebook, dude. So.
Oh,
Google.
what are you
Joe, see what
Googling?
you're doing.
What is porn?
What rhymes with spider?
Writing work.
Damn it! You guys know all my tricks now. Fuck. I'm just looking up something porn.
Yeah, look up porn to just throw us up a trail.
You could also open another window.
Guys, we're gonna get demonetized.
That'd be a shame.
Yeah, for
All right,
all that money
so-
we're making right now.
So the plan is you're gonna pretend like you're the red cloaks and you got the prisoner with you.
The wanted man.
Yep, I'll throw a loose tie of some rope on Bigglesby.
Hold up the wanted poster thing, dude.
For sure, yeah. I think I'll hold Bigglesby, and we'll have Oscar with the illustration.
And I'll be 30
That's a good
feet
idea.
away hiding behind a tree or something.
Cool. I'm just making sure I have 50 feet of rope. So I'll use some of that to tie him up loosely. Here, give this a test. Could you slip out?
Hmm?
Bigglesby.
Can
Okay.
I? Do I have to roll anything?
I'll loosen it a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if we need to sleight of hand or whatever, but I just want to test to make sure you can successfully get in and out of this.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how we would do that. I think if you're working together, you make it to we don't have to keep rolling
Yeah.
to see if you can or not.
All right, cool. We're skilled enough to handle this.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay, so I guess then you are going to approach that first spot, yeah, the front gate.
We're knocking on the main door.
Okay, so kind of position yourselves, if you will, and maybe Oscar, are you going to be right up front then too? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, where am I?
We're not doing that plan. We're going to actually bring you up with us. So you'll be in the middle of us. And then bring Oscar. Is that Oscar? Wow, Oscar, I forgot how good looking you were.
Sorry, I
yes.
And
I think it's really funny that he wanted to look old, and when I look at him, I'm like, that's exactly what I look like. Like gray beard,
I want to look
a little bit of
ancient.
wrinkles. You bastard.
Send me your
I sent you plenty of ones where you looked really old.
You did. That
Yeah.
was how old though.
Love it.
Right. Okay. So as you first approach, you hear a snarl and just like an arrow kind of shoot over your head. And then you hear some grumbling. Does anyone? I forget. Who speaks Goblin?
I don't know if any.
Sure don't.
It's undercommon.
So
We had a translator named Droop, but he died.
that's right. So you hear someone like yell out, and what you can, I mean, I would assume, well, just roll an intelligence check. How about that? All three of you.
9.
Hold on.
16.
Oh, baby, that's a nat 20.
Heyo.
Okay, so
Almost
Bigglesby
beat
and
goblins.
Oscar, based on your time fighting goblins and also being around a goblin, like you know that they are speaking, like someone is calling out in goblin to you. And I guess Oscar, because you rolled a natural 20, you can tell that, like based on inflection, that it's an aggressive and yet questioning like statement being called out to you
Okay.
from the northern arrow slit here.
Don't shoot, I surrender.
I'll put up my hands a little bit to show, like, no weapons, and I'll call out in common and just say, well, we're here to collect the reward for this prisoner.
Jay, do I have anything that like denotes me as a mercenary? Like basically a bounty hunter?
What do
'Cause
you
that's
mean?
like my background is that I'm a bounty hunter. So do I have like anything to kind of prove that?
If you have a big piece of paper that says, I'm a bounty hunter.
You broke up that whole
Yeah.
time for me.
Yeah, you did. I would say, but you're also wearing a cloak too. Or no?
Oh yeah, that's
no.
true. That's true. We're doing the red
Yeah,
band.
yeah, we
thing.
are.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Ignore
where.
me.
So then, like, as you call it in common, and you say you're here to return the prisoner, and they, you just hear another voice from the arrow slit, say, "Stupid humans, what do you want?"
I'm a gnome.
Shut up, prisoner. And I'll kind of like
Ow.
lightly, but like try to make it look as forceful as I can.
Wait, and did you
Um,
do disguise as a goblin too?
I did not.
Okay,
I
sorry.
did not. Nope, you're fine. I have to not.
As I said, we're here to collect the reward that we saw for this one here. And he kind of like motions over to Bigglesby.
Okay.
Hi.
Why don't you do a deception check, please?
Deception. That's a tenor.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So as you say, as I said, we were here to bring back the prisoners. Like, not even though it's dark, like your cloak kind of not shines out, but like it's clear that it's a reddish color, and and the goblin says like, you red brands, you're always taking the glory for us. Go ahead, get in there and go see King Groll.
He said to see Groll?
Yeah.
Okay. Very well. We shall do so.
And then he already,
Oscar,
like, you can tell there's no response. So, like, they don't even care.
Okay. Oscar's going to try and open the door and see if there's any kind of, like, resistance at all.
Okay.
I'll be a step back holding Biggles.
All right. So let me just see which one goes. Okay, so if the sorry, it's kind of hidden in this description here. It's not quite where you would think it is. Okay, so you walk into what is the foyer. There's not actually a door here, and so we're just gonna say you so you kind of, as you get up there, you see that it's just like kind of almost pallets. Door is standing, like pallets, but it's just like a wide open gate. There's not even a standing gate there. Like they're just using the arrow slits to like choke point it. And you said you got a little bit closer.
I'm opening the door and kind of looking in to see what the interior looks like before deciding what I'm doing.
Okay. So you see this wide open, what used to be the foyer. And it didn't quite make the fog cut, but there is a closed door to, oh, I'm using all the wrong mouses here. There's a closed door up in here,
Okay.
but then there's also doors to the south with some rubble right next to it. And then two more doors, one that you see right in front of you, but one underneath this fog here. And there's actually another door up here that you imagine would be for the arrow slit area. And then
Perfect.
the corridor is cluttered with dusty rubble and fallen plaster from a partial collapse of the ceiling overhead. And that's kind of that little bit of rubble that you see sticking out there.
As I walk in to get a little bit better look, do I see any enemies in that area at all?
No, not in this entire room.
Okay. One other question. Did we get any kind of indication that there were enemies on the other side with the arrow slit, or just the one to the north?
Let me find out and tell you. There's no one actually, like, well, you don't know. You just heard someone call out from that spot up top.
Gotcha. Okay. After kind of walking in and getting a lay of the land, I'm going to motion my hand to the other two to come in.
Okay. And you know what? Even though it doesn't say it, which is weird now that I'm reading, there is also there's rubble kind of throughout. So there's like rubble in front of these doors, but not like too hard to get over. And rubble down there. I don't know why they didn't put it in the map itself.
Okay. And then once the other two join me in the interior, I'm going to do our classic Skull Crusher huddle.
Okay.
And I'm going to be like, okay, I think we should yell out to Braun, oh, a spider. And I'll burst into the room with those guys in the tower slit and just flat out kill them. And then we can just go ahead and attack this place in earnest. What do you think?
I really like it.
All right.
But if you could say things are getting down to the wire, we should kill that spider. That would be chill.
Okay, you do that. And as soon as you yell that out the door, I'm going to kick in the door and then just rush in there.
Perfect. Okay.
I feel like this code is not very good. When you yell, let's kill a spider, they're going to be like, I think they know.
You wound me. I thought about this a lot. It's neither here nor there. Let's get going. Come on, let's go.
Okay, we're going to kill a spider.
Damn it, that was my job. Son of a bitch.
Sprinting.
See, Oscar will kick in the door.
Okay, so to the north?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna kick in this door. And in there, sorry, I didn't get icons and stuff right. And so I guess so tell me how this timing works in terms of Braun rushing in and everything like that.
I was a good 30-ish feet away, so when I heard the word spider, I started my running. I probably didn't get there too quickly, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm trying to find goblin on my icons here. All right, so as you kick in the door, we're gonna say, oh, we got two, but we're gonna make them not that big.
Giant goblins.
Gerblins.
So you're gonna have one kind of in the arrow slit and another one kind of like watching from behind. And so you kick in the door. I guess, does someone want to move everyone in position here? What you're thinking? Okay, and then Oscar bursts in. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So so we'll put Oscar bursting in here. And I'm just going to say, so simultaneously as you burst in, those goblins are going to yell out. Braun, you're running up, but you are going to get an arrow shot at you from the south arrow slit here. And that is not going to hit.
Ah!
Okay, and then Sorry, I gotta write down some stuff. Why don't we roll for some initiative then?
Excellent.
Dirty 20.
18.
Jesus.
14.
6 for Oscar.
Okay, so 26, 18 for
Bro.
bro, and then Ryan, what were you again?
14.
14, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then that. Okay, so Oscar, you kick in the door, and these goblins yell out in surprise. As you do that, Bron, you're running up the stairs, and you know that something is shooting at you. So we're just gonna do this anyways. Some sort, you hear like like an alarm kind of cry out from the south tower, and then why don't you all just roll perception checks real quick?
Okay. 9. 10. Sorry. 10. Nope, 9. I'm an idiot. It's a 9.
Dirty 20.
8.
10.
Okay, so I would say, Bron, you're able to find out, like, just hear that there's one voice calling out below you. Oscar, you hear these two cry out in surprise, and then you hear noise from the other side of the wall to the north of you. And then, yeah, I guess that's kind of as much as we gleaned from those perception checks. So it is actually going to be Bigglesby's turn right now.
I'm gonna target the nearest goblin with a frost bolt or ray of frost.
Okay.
12.
Oh shoot, where? Okay, sorry. 12 will not hit.
Oh, nuts. All right,
Yeah.
that's it for my turn.
Okay.
Wait, is this another
so-
door right here?
Yes, sorry, there is a door there.
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, you know that this hallway is pretty wide open and not the best to be sort of fighting a battle in necessarily. And that's not table talk. That kind of is in the description, but yeah.
I'm gonna hide behind our ranger.
Okay. And then Bron, it is your turn. You just got something shot at you from there.
Perfect. Are these 5-foot squares?
Yes.
All right. Maybe they're like right there-ish.
Okay.
And I kind of like do the thing where like you run in and you look, like spin around looking at where to go. And then I kind of just like hold my hands up and look at the door that I got shot from the tower. Do I see it? Is it like a shut door?
Yeah, it's a shut door. It looks you kind of look and see Bigglesby, like you see your companions to the north, and you look to the south, and like maybe not the full south, like straight ahead of you door, but it looks like the tower itself is like a mirror image. So you imagine that it's kind of the same situation where if you see that Oscar is there, you see Bigglesby shoot a thing of frost going in. So you imagine that if someone was shooting at you, they could come out that other door, like the companion mirrored door at any point.
All right. I'll hold an action to see whoever comes through that door. I'm going to say really mean words to them.
Okay. Sounds good.
Right.
Yep. Okay. I'm sorry. I just got to write down one more thing here. Okay, so then that takes us to Ryan.
Can I ignore 3.5 cover with sharpshooter? So can I get a straight shot on this guy?
If you pop yourself out, you think like walking in, you think that like having the lay of the land, there's a chance that you could get a shot on someone if you were shooting in there.
All right, would I have to move? You think?
You would definitely have to move to do that because
Do I
you
have to go-
can't like you're inside the castle and that's like an exterior.
So I got to go
arrow
back
slit.
outside to do
You have to
that.
go back outside if that's what you wanted to. I also
Yeah.
think like what's weird is this doesn't account like so here's some meta. I don't think this accounts for that feat. So it says outright it's 3/4 cover, but no one can actually see anything behind it. And since you ignore it, I would almost like say that those cancel each other out and you might get like disadvantage if you want.
Yeah.
You know. Because
I-
clearly it wants you to not be able to do that.
Which I respect that. So, then question 2 is I get 40 feet on my first turn. Are
Okay.
these 5-foot squares or 10
These are
foot?
5-foot squares.
If I can, I'm gonna try to bust through this door and hit him with my knives.
The south one or the south one?
South. Yeah.
Okay.
I should be able to get there with 35. I just don't know if that door is going to be locked is the only question I have, but we're going to find out.
No, you can make that if you want to attempt it.
Yep. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll come down, fucking kick this door open, and then I'm going to attempt to do 2 melee attacks on what I believe is a goblin shooting us.
Okay. So as you gotta click different tool. Is that damn? Let me just make sure. Oh man, I did a really bad job with the fog there. So we're gonna do this. Maybe this will work. Just kind of. Okay, you can't see that. Damn it. All right, whatever. So yeah, you see like a similar room. I'll just reveal it to you. There you go. And then see, I think it's trying to draw fog. But you actually see another goblin in there as well.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll just get to that first one.
Okay. And then you're gonna swing at it.
You betcha.
Okay. Hit me with your best shot.
So we'll use an action on the first scimitar. That's a +5. 13.
You do not hit.
Okay. Damn it. I'm gonna use a bonus action and then use 2-weapon fighting to attack the second one. Or well, to attack with my other scimitar.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
Whiff.
All right. Fun stuff.
And then I will jump up and down and yell.
Okay. And the goblin just looks really confused
Yeah,
when you do
sure.
that. And then the other actually just for fun, roll a d20.
Okay. 2 again.
Oh,
I
damn
rolled a
it.
2 last time.
Damn it, Joe. I want you to roll higher, but you can't.
200.
Okay.
2. I would never lie.
I know. All right, so then that takes us to Oscar.
Okay, cool. Just real quick, I'm gonna have to unceremoniously leave you guys after this round. We're almost to Morgan's parents' house.
Okay.
But Oscar's gonna rush in. He's gonna swipe at the nearest goblin and yell out, "More to the north!"
Okay.
And that attack roll is an 18.
Okay, that definitely hits.
Awesome. That's a D6. I don't want that. That is, God, son of a bitch. 6 slashing damage.
Okay. I mean, you You say that more to the north. The goblin looks terrified as you're bursting in the door. And as you slash, like you catch him really, really good. He's not very well armored. You can tell he just thinks he's on cushy like guard duty, you know.
Yeah.
And you like dig deep into his torso, chest, and like down all the way across. But and he staggers back. You expect him to fall down dead, but he's still kind of wheezing and on his feet.
Awesome. Just so you know, Oscar's just going to make melee attacks with Talon. So it's +7 to hit, +5 for damage, and it's a 1d8.
Okay, so +5 damage, 1d8. What is your current hit points?
I am at 38.
Okay, cool.
So I expect some really good RPing as Oscar, and we'll catch you guys next time.
All right. See you, man.
All right. Thank you, guys. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay.
Let's kill Oscar.
No, for sure, not even a question. I got
So-
the rope.
You guys could just retreat and let him try and fight everything that's happening.
He's a Red Brand traitor.
Kill the traitor.
He hates fighters.
Yeah. Okay, well, as he like slashes and really does a number on that goblin, the one next to it is gonna sort of lunge forth with this mace in its hand and try and take a swing at Oscar. And where's this? See right there. Does it hit? What's its to hit? Sorry. It does not hit. But then the one next to it actually, oh, sorry. That one kind of regroups and tries to take another swing at, takes a swing at him as well. And that one is going to hit. All right. So that means Oscar is going to take 4 points of damage. So this one that he like really lets loose into, just like kind of stabs him back with a scimitar. So not quite as brutal as it could be, but whatever. All right, Joe, now down by you, the one that you try and like swing and miss. He kind of like, at first he's like as you rush in and doesn't know what to do, and then you go blah 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 blah, and it kind of like scrunches its face and then kind of gets a wicked smile. And it's going to take a swing at you.
All right.
With its mace. And he is going to miss. But then out of the woodwork, his companion comes and also does the same.
Nice.
And also misses. Okay. As that happens, let me just, where is that? Okay.
Can I see either one of them from my vantage point or no?
No, you just see Ryan kind of like halfway in the doorway and like moving like he's fighting. You know what I mean?
Yep. Okay.
Let me just see again how these work. So, what's going to happen? However, as you're looking down, Bron, and here's your chance.
Oh, yay.
You see, Ryan, I'm going to move you a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Kind of up there. You see the door open and a goblin burst out below.
We got a
Different door?
goblin.
Right? You
Yeah,
said?
the one that's
Okay.
right south of Bron.
Got it.
So, and then you said you were going to do your vicious mockery, right?
I said I was going to say mean words. Yeah.
Okay, say some mean ass words.
I'm just joking. So I see this other guy pop out, so I wasn't expecting it, but I'm like, oh, you guys are terrible guests, or you're terrible hosts for guests, and it was very unwelcoming.
This was an attack roll. I'd just say automatic crit 1.
right. All right. So intelligence save, right?
No, this is
This is the attack
wisdom.
roll.
This is no, it's
Oh.
wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, this one is wisdom. He fails. Wait, he's kind of hurt. He's like, I make good tea.
2 psychic damage and has disadvantage on next attack roll.
Okay. Cool. Well, as he's going to attack Ryan because he sees this dark elf in a red cloak swinging around.
Bring it.
Okay, that one would have hit.
Oh, yes, disadvantage in your face.
And that one does not hit. So
Ah.
he looks pretty he looks pretty strong and like sturdy, but he's really upset that you called him a bad host.
Aww.
Damn right. Words hurt.
Then and then you hear do a perception check, both of you again. Sorry.
Joe and I.
Yeah, you and Joe.
19.
6.
Okay. Joe, you are so
Not perceptive today.
not perceptive. You're like, God, it's right in here. What the fuck? But then Brad, you hear, or Bron hears that one goblin burst out, but you hear some more snarling and like behind that goblin.
Ruh-roh. Okay.
You can't quite tell what. And then let's see here. Yeah. So what's gonna happen now? It's kind of wait. You then, Brad and Bigglesby even, and Oscar will behind him. A hobgoblin pulps out of this north door. And Bigglesby, do another perception for me.
Natural 20.
You hear at least you hear everything. As the narrator in the Telltale Heart says, you hear the angels and demons in heaven and hell. You hear at least 2 more of his kind storming in behind him. And then you realize it is 3 sets of feet that you hear tromping behind him.
All hobgoblin-y.
Yes. So he's gonna get here, and he actually sees you and Oscar, and he bears down on you. And then I guess since I did that, and they're moving because that's just enough, another one sort of pops into the doorway here. So that first one is gonna take a swing at you.
Guys, I think our plan sucks.
We did a poor job.
He totally misses. He looks like he's not used to fighting short enemies like you. Okay, it's gonna go back to the top, so it's gonna be Bigglesby. Now it's your turn.
I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the guy who just attacked me.
Okay.
So DC 15 Wisdom save.
Yep. Natural 20.
So you kind of see him like smirk a little and giggle, but then like the spell like fizzles. But then I'm gonna rewind time and have him roll that again.
Oh gosh, I forgot you could do that. Okay. He does not miss. He doesn't make it that time.
Hooray! So he falls prone and is just laughing his ass off.
Huzzah.
Man, this spell is so OP. I need to cast or make a patch for this game.
Nerf that
All right.
shit.
Yeah, so he's gonna be incapacitated now. Okay, cool.
And I'm gonna run over here now.
Yeah. All right, now Bron, it's you.
Dudes. Yeah, guys, we did not make the best plans. Sorry, I was looking at something else that I'm going to do after I do what I'm going to do now.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. Well said.
Sorry. Okay. I'm going to change up my meanness. And not only am I gonna mock somebody, I'm gonna whisper at them so dissonantly. But actually, I'm going to like look back and forth, like people are bursting out of everywhere, and I'm gonna stay. I see one guy start laughing. I'm gonna turn back to the south, and the one dude that popped out of the southernest door, I'm going to look at, and then I'm gonna whisper some of Droop's poem I made for him, and say basically, and nobody will ever say that to you or write that to you.
Okay.
So they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, wisdom saving throw. Totally misses that.
Oh, all right. 8, 11 psychic damage.
Ding, let's go.
Yeah,
And
you murk him with that.
Oh, okay. Well, he must immediately use his reaction if available and move as far away as speed as allows for me. But I guess none of that matters.
Okay. So as you do that, he like lets out the highest shriek squeal you think you've ever heard, and like tries to run away like nightmare, and then he just falls dead as he like halfway through his turn to turn around and run away through the doorway. So he falls flat there, and then you see that there is someone, a goblin behind him, but like they're gonna have to climb over him to get through that doorway.
Perfect. And then something I have not done enough as a freaking bard, I'm gonna call out to, as my bonus action, I'm gonna call out to Ryan and be like, do this for Droop, bro. And I'm gonna bardically inspire him.
Oh, cool.
Dope.
Cool.
It's been too long.
I like it. I like it.
So add D6 to your next thing.
Will do.
Nice.
Thank
And
you, sir.
with that being said, it is Ryan's turn.
I will take I'm actually bonus action going to put Hunter's Mark up on this one. And then I'll use my right hand and I'll make like a main attack with my scimitar for my action.
Okay, take that attack.
That is a natural 1, my friends.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So this is unfortunate rolling in the later hours here.
He just like
everyone sees him just miss horribly, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewind. Oh wait, never mind. I can't. I already used my reaction.
You already
can't,
used
yeah.
Never mind.
He just slaps your scimitar aside like nothing, like with his face, and like it looks like he's loving this shit.
Fuck. Can I take the shove action?
You already did your bonus action, right?
I know.
Yeah. I'm surprised you guys haven't shoved anyone yet. Okay.
Just
fucking
close.
It's an action in this.
The next time
Oh.
we're higher up on something or there's a pit, everyone's
sure.
getting shoved.
Yeah, those. Well, I will tell you, those towers are. What does it say? How high above? Because you can throw someone out the window.
Maybe I'll just throw the goblin if I keep missing with my dagger. Just
Shove him through
pick him up,
arrow.
throw him. That's what my next action will be. Not to telegraph my strategy, but
They're 10 feet above the ground level.
what's fall damage?
Isn't it 1d6 per 10
I
feet?
think so. Yeah, 6 per 10.
Could probably kill some of these dudes.
So that would be So that would just be a 1d6. But then they would like be prone and then have to get up and all that stuff.
Little crowd control.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's up
That's
to you.
me.
Do y'all want to finish this fight or do you want to pause in the middle of the fight? since we have more enemies streaming in.
Up to you guys. It's late for you, so.
Yeah, I figured I'd give the option. Like, I guess we could finish this round and then decide.
I was say, I think we could. I mean, it's up to everyone else, but I think we could finish a couple more rounds if we go pretty quick on what we can see. If there's a lot more coming through, maybe
True.
we'll decide later. But
we know
Yeah.
there's at least 5 at the top.
and at least 3 at the bottom.
That's a lot.
Right. That
Yeah.
is a lot.
Okay.
I mean,
Although
it's
you
probably
did-
gonna be like an hour-long fight.
What's funny is you had
If
just
everyone
the
keeps
same
living.
makeup. Yeah, you just had the same
way you're
makeup
rolling,
of
yeah.
enemies, and you were like, 1.5 rounds and they're dead. And now
Demolish
it's
them.
like, miss. Yeah, so let's see how it goes.
Yeah,
I
let's
killed
do
one
it
with
round.
insults, so we can do it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the bad
Um,
thing about Gloomstalkers. You miss your first round. Like, that's a lot
most
of
of-
damage left on
yeah.
the yeah.
True. See, I feel like Oscar has more than one attack, but I don't want to assume.
No, he
No,
does
because he's
not.
level 4.
He has action surge, but
Okay.
he only has
So
one attack.
Oh yeah, true. He'd
he's
probably-
gonna go ahead. Sorry.
He would probably use action surge during this battle, knowing how many enemies there are if he misses, especially.
At some point, yeah.
We still have
Um,
the big bad evil guy though.
Right.
We haven't even seen
True.
him.
True. Okay. We'll see.
Let's
So
see it, yeah.
he's just gonna try and finish off the one that is sort of going toe to toe with him that he almost killed already, and he kills it. It's dead.
Nice.
It hits him, and he just looks angry. You see, like ever since that talk of Droop, Oscar just looks like a dervish, right? He's just angry and just trying to really murk these people, and he just takes this goblin's head off with a swing of talon. But then, as this hobgoblin he sees these hobgoblins sort of like storming through. I wonder what he would do tactically. He kind of positions himself to straddle in between. So like if more come through, then he gets an attack of opportunity on them if they try and go past to like attack Bigglesby and Brock.
Cool.
I feel like, would you say that's fair for Oscar? Like he kind of uses those tactical. Okay. So he's kind of like willing to put himself right in the thick of it to make sure that like he has a scope, like an eye on everyone.
And is which one is dead? Let's move him off the screen.
Oh yeah, sorry. Good
This
call.
one?
Yep. You can just delete.
Oh yeah, you can in this one. Thanks. I'm
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I forgot the other one you couldn't.
trying to find the little trap.
Right. Okay, so that was Oscar's turn. The goblin, in response in his tower, is going to swing at him. And no, it's not going to hit. Okay. Ryan, you're going to get attacked by one goblin, then 2 goblins. So I'm just going to do 2 rolls in a row.
Sweet.
First one does not hit.
Cool.
Second one does not hit either.
Lucky.
Yeah, and then a goblin is gonna. Well, I'm just gonna do a roll for fun. Okay, he actually easily climbs over his companion, and he's gonna attack you as well. So you now have 3 attacking. This one is going to hit.
Okay.
So that is going to be 6 damage.
Walk me through concentration again. How
You
do I
have to-
check?
Is it just Constitution?
Yeah, it's half the damage or 10, whatever is higher. Or sorry, whatever's.
No, it's whatever's higher. So it's always 10, or if the damage is higher than 20.
10.
Whatever.
So I got to beat a
Yeah.
10 on a Constitution check.
Yep.
Constitution saving throw.
What's the difference?
Well,
can
if
be
you have
proficient
proficiency in
in saving
Constitution saves, then
Everybody shut up. Drop Constitution, please. Oh no, hold on. I can add a D6, right? Because of Bardic Inspiration.
Oh yeah, you could.
Oh,
Oh, come on. Oh yeah, that
Cool.
was huge.
You got it.
Hunter's mark stays up. Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you, Ron.
And
Run.
then you do hear another goblin behind the one that just rushed in.
Mother freaker.
They're still coming.
All right, well, nice work. And then the Tasha's, it has to keep doing wisdom, right?
I don't remember. Hold on. I don't remember if they get saves every turn or not.
I think
I'm operating on Baldur's Gate now.
Right.
Right.
At the end of each of its turns, at the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, the target must make another Wisdom saving throw. The target has advantage if it takes damage.
Okay, I didn't do it at the end of its last turn, so we'll just count it now. How about that?
All right.
I don't think hobgoblins get wisdom. Okay. No, he's still laughing his ass off.
Hooray!
Okay. And then one is gonna pop through the door right here and turn and swing at Oscar. That is not gonna hit Oscar. Yeah, and then another one is in the doorway. Okay, and they're all like blah, yelling and everything. Okay, back up to Bigglesby.
I'm going to
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to cast Vortex Warp
No.
on this guy up here.
What the freak?
Yeah.
And it's a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. And if he fails, I'm gonna teleport him 90 feet off in like this direction.
Into the air.
No, he'll be on the ground, but like
Okay.
90 feet over there.
The one who's not Tasha's hideous laughter.
Yeah.
Okay. Con 15, you said.
Yep.
Can you teleport them in the air?
No, they have to be on the ground.
Nah.
Okay, he
Otherwise,
fails.
it'd be amazing. You just
That would
teleport
be
him
okay.
90 feet up in the air. And
Flat.
he
Yep,
fails.
he fails.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and place him where you want him. And we'll say it's going to take him, what? If it's 90 feet, it's going to take him basically or at least 2 turns to get into range.
Can someone move him right here?
The middle one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got him.
Are you doing any movement or anything, or is that it?
No, I'm just that's fun.
That is
Yeah, so you
awesome.
see this one rush in, he attacks Oscar, and then all of a sudden he's like, and he like kind of apparates like in Harry Potter. And then Bigglesby, you're kind of looking, and you see him like appear, and he's kind of like looking down at himself, like, what the fuck just happened? He's looking kind of all around, and then he does lock his eyes up towards you, and you know, like he's gonna come at you as fast as he can when it comes back to it. All right, Brown.
All right, the new guy that popped through the door on the south, I'm going to give him some mean words of meaniness. I don't know, it's getting late. You seem like you're a mean-spirited fool.
Okay.
So, wisdom saving throw.
Yep. You're DC, right?
Yep.
He saves. He's like, I am mean-spirited.
Oh, that's not an insult for everybody. Shit.
Goblins.
All right, bro. Whatever. That's it.
Okay. Ryan.
I will take 2 swings at the goblin with the hunter's mark.
Okay. Do it.
Okay, that fell off the table. That's gonna be a 19.
That hits.
Awesome. Let me check what the damage is here. I think these are D6. Yep. Okay. Oh. Nine damage with the first swing.
How do you kill him?
Awesome. I'm trying to go for his throat. So not quite decapitated, but like slit his throat with the one.
Okay, so you kind of do like a nice little dance, and because you're getting attacked from all sides, so you're kind of like parrying and all this stuff, and then as you swing, kind of like a Witcher pirouette sort of thing, you kind of like do a spin, and no one notices right away, but then the like kind of like a scene where like the blood starts gushing down after you've already done your quick pirouette, and then he just sort of like falls down dead.
Awesome. Let me just make sure that this costs a bonus action, but I want to move Hunter's Mark to the next one.
Okay.
Yep. Oh,
Okay,
on a subsequent turn to mark a new creature. So I can't do it this turn, right?
Okay, right. Yeah, it has to be your next turn.
So as a bonus action then, I will use 2-weapon fighting to swing at the other one.
The one in the tower room?
Yeah, like there's one right to my left now, right? Like I was squaring off on one, and then there's in the tower room. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll swing at him with my so no bonus damage if it hits.
Okay.
10, probably a whiff.
Nope, doesn't hit.
Okay.
All right, and then that takes us to Oscar, who he's gonna actually like kind of what would he do? I think he's just gonna try and finish off like so he's kind of like looking in the doorway, but he's gonna turn and just try and like really redouble his efforts and kill this goblin so he doesn't have anyone flanking him on that side. And that is gonna hit. And he cleanly destroys that goblin as well. He has some high modifiers over here. It's pretty crazy. +7 to hit, +5 to damage. All right. So yeah, he kind of like also like pirouetting and the kind of like fighting on two sides, and now he's cleared the room, so now he's good there. And then the goblin that you just whiffed on, Joe, is going to take a swing at you.
Cool.
Okay, that is 17, so it hits.
Okay.
All right. 6 damage.
All right. We roll concentration on Hunter's Mark.
You didn't move it onto him yet.
Yeah, but it's still up, so isn't it still concentrating?
Oh,
on
true.
Yeah, it's still
True.
concentrating.
Yeah,
okay.
13, so I got over a 10.
Okay. And then the one next to you is going to attack as well. That is a 17.
They're starting to hurt.
5 damage.
Okay.
So roll con again.
6. So that's gonna drop Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
So I have no tricks to get higher, and then 5 damage. Oh,
take me higher. Seeing that you are like finally like they're actually landing these blows, he's gonna kind of like skirt around you, and then another one is gonna pop in there.
Okay.
And he is going to like they're kind of trying to swarm you and take you down, so he's gonna attack as well. That's gonna hit. And 6 damage. Fuck.
Dang. Those are some good rolls.
Yeah, you doing okay, man?
Not great now. I don't know that I last another round like that. Well, I'll put it more plainly. I don't last another round like that.
Okay. And so this hobgoblin is laughing. and he is still laughing. And then another. So this one kind of comes through and is going to take a swing at Oscar. He is going to hit Oscar. Now I got to go back to Hobgoblins. And this is the Hobgoblin turn is the end of the round. So we'll see how you guys feel at that point. All right. And he's dual wield, like he's using both hands on his sword, I would say. So he's going to do 5 damage to Oscar. Okay. And then similarly to what has been going on, you see another hobgoblin pop in the doorway.
Jeez, crepes.
We're so boned.
Yeah, this is fucked.
I
Doesn't
cast
look
Vortex
good.
Orb on myself.
You guys should have left Oscar.
I know. One fatality instead of TPK.
Yeah.
Braun and Bigglesby, go ahead and do perception checks.
No.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, I got a natural 20.
Okay.
Hey.
You can tell based on the commotion, even though there's the din of battle, like somehow you have like extra sensory hearing. You can tell that you don't think that there are any more enemies pouring out of either one of these rooms.
All right.
I'm
So
used
we've
to
got
the
3 up there, 3
speed
down
of
there,
drums.
and 1 way over in the yard.
Oh yeah, shit. He has to move too. So let's move him his 60 feet there.
Oops, that's not.
Oh,
That's not a ruler.
hey, double ruler.
Double
Hmm.
ruler.
He's
Oops.
got to get up the stairs too.
Right here.
And if you were closer to the entryway, he would probably take a shot at you, but he cannot because it's a little bit raised up there.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, it's up to you all. If we want to do another round or if we want to just say we're gonna pause here and let Eric join the shit show next time.
I think I'm good to pause here.
It is getting late and
Yeah.
you know.
And given the dire straits, we might want Eric to make his own decisions just because.
Yeah.
Rather than just melee attacking and doing nothing.
Yeah.
That's okay,
just
cool.
just because we're in it right now, this is my recording reminder to remind myself I'm going to heal Joe at the beginning of next session.
Joe will accept said healing.
All right.
Cool. All right, so go ahead and stop recording, Joe.
Will do. Thank you for a reminder. Catch you later, YouTubes, and peace out.